Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, in today's video we will be discussing some of the important current affairs of the second week of March. The session will be highly important, so do watch the video till the end. So friends, we'll start with our session, but before that we have something important to tell you about. So friends, we have an app by the name AffairsCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses, and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses, if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times, and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days, and whatnot. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams coming. All right, so friends, this is the app that you should definitely go and download if you want to step up your preparation. Apart from that, if you want to purchase any course from our application, then to help you out, we'll be providing you an additional 10% discount if you use Vikas 10 code. I repeat, if you want to avail an extra 10% discount on all the purchase you made through the application, you will be provided with 10% discount on the purchase by using this code, that is your Vikas 10. Welcome back friends. So we'll start with our session. In this we will be discussing important current affairs of the second week of March. The session will be highly important and will be useful to you if you watch the video till the end. We'll start with the one-liners and we'll cover important MCQ questions also in this particular video. Let's start with one-liners of national news first. Chhattisgarh government has launched Kaushalya Matritva Yojna. Who launched this Kaushalya Matritva Yojna? It was launched by Chhattisgarh government. Next, we'll be talking about India's largest floating solar power project that will be launched. Where it will be launched, in which state is important. It is Tamil Nadu. And who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? He is M.K. Stalin. Next is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj statue will be set up. Where it will be set up in Pune, and recently this news was unveiled by the Prime Minister. Alright, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj statue will be built in Pune, and if it's asked the name of the state, then it is built in Maharashtra. Next is India's largest reclining statue of Lord Buddha is being built at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. Important, mark this. Next is Karnataka government will be launching Women at Work program to provide 5 lakh jobs to women. I repeat, Women at Work. What is this program aiming? This is aim is to provide 5 lakh jobs to women, and this initiative has been started by which state government? Karnataka state government. Next is 1.7 lakh crore rupees has been allocated for the budget for the fiscal year 22-23 and announced Sushma Swaraj Award for women. Which state has done both this? I repeat, Sushma Swaraj Award and as well as 1.77 lakh crore budget for the fiscal year 2022 to 2023. These both announcements were made by Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar. Alright, and this Sushma Swaraj Award is also related to Haryana's, and again the question can be asked, this Sushma Swaraj Award will be presented to whom? They will be presented to women. Next is Odisha. Let's discuss some questions now. Which country has recently participated with India in the Silinex? Silinex. This exercise was recently the ninth edition of the Maritime exercise that was conducted between India and Sri Lanka. How to remember it is between India and Sri Lanka? As the name suggests, SLINEX. SL for Sri Lanka, IN for India, and EX is for your exercise. So hence Sri Lanka India maritime exercise was conducted recently, and the location where this was conducted is in Andhra Pradesh. Highly important. Mark this. This was the ninth edition of the exercise. Now the question can be asked from Indian side which naval ship participated in this exercise, and from Sri Lanka which naval ship participated. So if we are talking about India, from Indian side, remember it was INS Kirchi, INS Kirich, INS Jyoti. They took part in this exercise. Then if I am asking you from the Sri Lankan side, it was SLNS Sairola is the name of the naval ship that took part from the Sri Lankan side, and INS Kirch and INS Jyoti from Indian side took part in this Silinex exercise. That was the ninth edition of exercise conducted at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Alright, moving on. Next question. Central government approved the continuation of Swatantra Sainik Samman Yojna till dash with a total outlay of 3,274.87 crore rupees. I repeat, Swatantrata Sainik Samman Yojna has been extended till dash. Till what year Swatantrata Sainik Samman Yojna has been extended? Tell me. It is a scheme that has been started basically for the freedom fighters, and their eligible dependents, basically for their family members who are solely dependent on these freedom fighters or these freedom fighter persons. Alright, their family will be provided with pension, alright, and other financial benefits on their martyr. If they are if these soldiers, if these freedom fighters die during any battle, then their family will be provided with the financial benefits as well as the pension. And this scheme, that is Swatantrata Sainik Samman Yojana, has been extended till what year? This has been extended till 2025 to 2026. Alright, then question other way this can be asked, that which is the ministry that gave the continuation or that provided the proposal for the continuation of this Swatantrata Sainik Samman Yojana? It is the Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs. And who is the Union Minister of Home Affairs? He will be Amit Shah. Then remember, son of Amit Shah, he is Jai Shah. He is the President of Asian Cricket Council, and this position has been provided to him till the time period 2024. Alright, so coming back to Swatantrata Sainik Samman Yojana, this scheme has been extended till the year 2025 to 2026, and this will have an outlay of 3,274 crore rupees. What is this scheme? This scheme is basically to provide financial benefits and the pension to the dependents on these freedom fighters in case they are martyred during any war or during any operation. Next, Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin inaugurated the India's largest floating solar power plant at what location? We just saw this in one-liners. Where did he inaugurate it? It was inaugurated in Thoothukudi. Alright, this is the district of which state? It is in Tamil Nadu. Alright, moving on. Next question. These are some important one-liners. India emerged as the largest importer of arms for 2017 to 2021 as per the report of SIPRI. I repeat, a report was released by SIPRI recently that stated that for the past 4 years, that is from the year 2017 to 2021, India was the largest importer of arms. Alright, India was the largest importer of arms. And if we are talking about the strongest country in the world, India stands at what position? India is at the third position in terms of armed forces. Alright, next, India entered into world's top 5 club in terms of market capitalization for the first time, and it was ranked 5th. Also remember, recent there was a report that stated that if anyone want to start their business, then India ranks in top 5 countries for the best country to do business. Next is Adani Group signed a deal for 2 power projects in Sri Lanka. Sorry, recently there was a news also, there is an economic crisis going on in Sri Lanka, due to which even the board exams of the students were cancelled in Sri Lanka due to lack of paper. The country is not having enough paper, that due to which they even have to cancel or postpone the board exams of the students of Sri Lanka. This is the condition currently in Sri Lanka. Alright, next, India approved $1 billion line of credit LOC for Sri Lanka to help pay for the crucial imports. As I said, Sri Lanka is going through the worst financial crisis of the decade. So recently, India also approved a $1 billion line of credit for Sri Lanka to help pay for the crucial imports. Next is, which company recently launched a mobile showroom that was named as Anubhav, that is to offer doorstep car buying experience in rural areas. So what is Anubhav? Anubhav is basically to offer doorstep car buying experience. Doorstep car buying experience in basically rural areas. Which company started this mobile showroom named Anubhav? It was launched by Tata Motors. Alright, it was launched by Tata Motors. Next question is, which country recently signed an MOU with India in cooperation in the field of science and tech? Alright, that means to do research and development in the field of science, technology and innovation. Recently, which country signed an MOU with India? It was Singapore that signed an MOU with India to do research and development work in the field of science, technology and innovation. Alright, remember, this MOU was signed during the inaugural event of India-Singapore Technology Summit that was held in the year 2022 only. Alright, remember, this memorandum will remain into effect for how many years? This memorandum will remain effect for 5 years. Alright, next, Odisha and NABARD signed an agreement to increase fish production. Important. NABARD has recently signed an agreement with which state to improve or to increase the fish production? It is Odisha. Next is, Rashtriya Raksha University building in Gandhinagar, Gujarat will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In other way, the question can be framed in such a way that Rashtriya Raksha University building is being built in which state? It is being built in Gujarat. Next, India's first medical city, that is Indrayani Medicity, will be set up in Pune, Maharashtra. I repeat, first medical city of India. Important. You know what you should do is, the important ones that I'm marking with star, no, you should write them on separate page, because these are some of the current affairs that have high chance of being asked, or they are the first of its kind. Means, see here, the first medical city is Indrayani Medicity, and where this will be set up in Maharashtra is the state, and if city is asked, then it is Pune. Odisha topped in full immunization with 90.5% coverage under Mission Indradhanush. Alright, here we are talking about immunization. So if I ask you, who is the brand ambassador for COVID-19 vaccination drive for Maharashtra? He is Salman Khan. And similarly for COVID-19 vaccination drive for Punjab, he will be Sonu Sood. Next is 2022 Fortune India, the next 500 list. The Railtel ranked 124 in this particular Fortune India, the next 500 list. Next is Mahanadi Coalfields Limited became the largest coal producing company in India. Mark this. Which is the largest coal producing company in India? It is Mahanadi Coalfields Limited. Moving on, Delhi government has launched My EV portal. Important. My EV portal was launched for purchasing, registering and e-autos. But if I ask you, name the state that topped in the most number of sales of electric vehicle, it will be your Uttar Pradesh. And if I ask you, where is the largest electric vehicle charging station being built, EV charging station being built, it is being built in Gurugram. Gurugram, Haryana. Alright. Next, India's first digital water bank aquarium will be launched in Gurugram, or it will be launched in Bangalore. Important. India's first digital water bank by the name Aquarium. Next is India's first World Peace Center, mark, World Peace Center, that is India's first to be established in Gurugram, Haryana. Mumbai became the first South Asian city to set target of net zero carbon emission by the year 2050. Highly important question. Which is the first South Asian city that has targeted to achieve net zero carbon emissions by what year? The year is 2050. Next is Kerala. Kerala has topped in the maternal and child health in India, recorded the lowest maternal mortality ratio out of 30. Alright, so which state topped in the maternal and child health in India? It was your Kerala state. Highly important. First of all, mark this. Let's discuss some important international news now. IPC, that is your International Paralympic Committee, has banned the Russian as well as Belarusian athletes from Beijing Winter Paralympic Games of 2022. Belarusian is your Belarus. The athletes of Belarus and athletes of Russia, they both are banned to take part in the Beijing 2022 Winter Paralympic Games. Then if we are talking about IMF, that is your International Monetary Fund, whose headquarters is in Washington DC, has approved $1.4 billion emergency support for Ukraine. As we know, Russia has invaded Ukraine and a fight is going on. Then India, Bangladesh and Nepal, three countries, they together have signed a memorandum of understanding to boost trade and connectivity. Similarly, India and Singapore, they have signed an MOU in the Corporation of Science, Technology and Innovation. Then we'll be talking about VDEM's Democracy Report of 2022. Mark this. India's rank is 93rd and the country that topped in this, that is the country that is most democratic, is your Sweden, and the rank of India is 93rd. Then we'll be talking about first ever female president of Hungary, that is important, and she is Katalin Novak. Then we'll be talking about global investment in digital shopping. Then you have to remember here the rank of India is second, and city, if we are talking about the cities, then Bangalore topped. See here, if we are talking about country, then the country that topped it was United States of America, second was India. And if we are talking about cities, then Bangalore topped this and the second was New York. All right, moving on. Next, in which place India's first 100% women-owned FLO FICCI Ladies Organization Industrial Park inaugurated in March 2022? You have to name me the location. Tell me. Take your time, but do tell me the location. What is FLO? FLO is your FICCI Ladies Organization. FLO, FICCI Ladies Organization. Alright, and where is this FLO? FLO, FIP. FIP is here your FICCI, that is your FLO Industrial Park. Where is this FLO Industrial Park located? Can you tell me the location of it? It is in Hyderabad, Telangana. Alright, and this will be built with an investment of around 250 crore rupees. Next, the National Committee on Dam Safety will be headed by whom? The National Committee on Dam Safety will be headed by R.K. Sinha. Alright, National Dam Safety Authority has been constituted that seeks to maintain standards related to dam safety, prevent dam related disasters and all the interstate issues that are related to dams. This is a 22-member national committee. This 22-member national committee will be headed by R.K. Sinha. Alright, where will be the headquarter of this national? It will be in, of this authority, this will be in NCR region, that is your National Capital Region in Delhi. Alright, so this National Committee on Dam Safety will be headed by R.K. Sinha and this committee will be having 22 members. Next, India's largest reclining statue of Lord Buddha is being constructed in which of the following pilgrimage sites? We just saw this. Where we are building this Lord Buddha statue? We are building this at Bodh Gaya. And where is Bodh Gaya? Bodh Gaya is situated in Bihar. Highly important question. Alright. Then remember, the construction for this Lord Buddha started in the year 2019 and it is expected that it will open for the devotees by February 2023. Alright. Then remember, this statue is being built by Buddha International Welfare Mission. The sculptures are from Kolkata, are building the statue with fiberglass. They are building this with fiberglass. Alright, so where is being this built? This is being built at Bodh Gaya, and the expected time frame from which this will open for the pilgrimage or for the devotees is by the month of February 2023. Next, Sebi, Securities and Exchange Board of India, recently increased the limit for the public debt investment through unified payment interface from 2 lakh to how much? They increased from 2 lakh to 5 lakh with the effect from 1st of May 2022. Alright, so the correct option is 5 lakh. If we are talking about UPI, tell me which is the first country where we will be deploying the UPI. This will be deployed in Nepal. That means Nepal will become the first country that will be using India's UPI system. Next, some books and authors. Ratnakar Shetty released the autobiography titled On Board Test Trial Triumph, My Years in BCCI. Important. Next book is Soli Sorabji, Life and Times. I repeat, Soli Sorabji, Life and Times. This is a biography of late Soli Sorabji. And who authored this book? It was authored by Abhinav Chandra Chud. Next is Hindi novel, that is Tomb of Sand. Recently, who was nominated for the International Booker Prize? Now, can you tell me who is the author of this novel, Tomb of Sand, that was nominated for International Booker Prize? Who authored it? The name of the author is Gitanjali Shri. Alright, Gitanjali Shri is the author of the Tomb of Sand that has been nominated for International Booker Prize. Next is Monsoon. This book has been authored by Indian poet diplomat Abhay K. And remember, recently Sahitya Academy published a book length poem that is Monsoon. Mark this, important. Alright, and who is the author? Abhay K will be the author. I revised the important ones. You should remember the Onboard Test Trial Triumph, My Years in BCC, that was authored by Ratnakar Shetty, that is an autobiography. Also, there was another biography of late Soli Sorabji, the name of the book being Soli Sorabji, Life and Times, that was authored by Abhinav Chandra Chud. Next, in which institute was the Petaskill Supercomputer Param Ganga? Param Ganga. This is a supercomputer, first thing. Next thing you need to remember, if I ask you, in what terms do we measure the speed of supercomputer? We measure then it in the terms of flops. What does flop stands for? What is flop? First of all, tell me. Flop is floating point operations per second. I repeat, floating points operations per second. This is flops. Alright, this is the speed in which we measure the, or you can say it is the unit with which we measure the speed of a supercomputer. So Param Ganga is having a speed of 1.66 petaflops. 1.66 petaflops. Now you should know where was this built, where this was this built and where was this established. Alright, this supercomputer Param Ganga was established, that means it was installed so that people can use it at IIT Roorkee. IIT Roorkee. Alright, who inaugurated this? It was inaugurated by BVR Mohan Reddy. BVR Mohan Reddy, who is the chairman Board of Governors of IIT Roorkee, inaugurated this Param Ganga, that is the supercomputer with 1.66 petaflop speeds, and this flop stands is the unit in which we measure the speed of a computer. Alright. Then if we are talking about Param Ganga, then remember this Param Ganga is made in India. That means all the parts and everything, even the software that will be used in it, is manufactured and developed in India only. Alright, this supercomputer will help us to perform complex algorithms, even complex situations that will help us to calculate various programs that will be running at very fast speed. You can understand in such a way that a normal computer that will take to compute a simple task, say around 10 days, This supercomputer can complete the same task in just few minutes. That is how fast these supercomputers are. So let's revise. Where is this supercomputer installed? It is installed at IIT Roorkee. It was inaugurated by BVR Mohan Reddy, who is the chairman of IIT Roorkee. And what is the speed of this Paramganga? It is 1.66 petaflops. And what is flops, or what is the unit in which we measure the speed of a supercomputer? It is flops. One more thing you need to remember, that this was established under National Supercomputing Mission. All right, NSM. Paramganga was established or installed at IIT Roorkee under the National Supercomputing Mission. Next, name the country that recently launched Noor 2, that is the second military satellite into the orbit. Noor, this satellite was of which country? Iran. And recently they have launched the second version of this. The first version of Noor was launched in April 2020, and recently Noor 2 has also been launched into the atmosphere, and the country that is associated with Noor 2 is Iran. If we are talking about capital of Iran, it is Tehran. What is the currency? Iranian Rial. Alright, one more thing you need to remember. Recently in FATF's grey list. Do you know what is FATF's grey list? It is the list in which those countries which finance terrorism are put into the grey list of FATF. What is FATF? Financial Action Task Force. So in the Financial Action Task Force grey list, the countries are mentioned which finance terrorism. That is the reason Pakistan, Syria, Iran, Iraq, these are the countries that are part of. But remember, I think Iran and Iraq has been removed from the grey list. You can confirm and please comment below. I'll confirm this in next video. But remember, Pakistan was also recently joined this list, and Syria is a member of this. Apart from this, Albania, Haiti, Jamaica, Jordan, Mali, Malta, Morocco, Myanmar, Panama, Philippines, these are the part of the grey list. And recently, why I am telling you this, recently United Arab Emirates was also put in the grey list of FATF. This is an important news. This is the reason I was telling you about this FATF grey list. Alright, mark this. UAE, United Arab Emirates, was recently put into the grey list of FATF. Next, which team won the 2021 FIFA World Cup for the first time? So the team that won the FIFA World Cup 2021 for the first time is Chelsea Football Club. Highly important. Chelsea Football Club won for the FIFA World Cup for the first time in the year 2022. Then remember, where was this World Cup held? This World Cup was held in Abu Dhabi, and this was the 18th edition of the World Cup that was held in Abu Dhabi. Alright, highly important. Next, the book Onboard Test Trial Triumph, My Years in BCCI, is an autobiography of, we just saw this, this is an autobiography of Ratnakar Shetty. Next, some important appointments and resignations. T. Raja Kumar appointed as the president of FATF, that is your Financial Action Task Force. Important. B. Chandrasekhar taken over as commandant of Air Force Academy. Mary Com appointed as the brand ambassador of Lupin Limited Shakti campaign. Yoon Suk Yeol elected as the South Korea's new president. Ashwini Bhatia appointed as the whole-time member of Sebi. Prabha Narishman appointed as the CEO of Colgate Palmolive India. Justice Vipin Shanghvi named as the acting Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. Important, mark this. A.K. Sikri appointed as the chairperson of Chardham Project Panel. Highly important. Who has been appointed as the chairperson of the Chardham Project Panel? He is A.K. Sikri. Next is CERN suspended Russia's observer status due to the war between Ukraine and Russia. Where is the headquarters of European Council for Nuclear Research, that is CERN? Where is this CERN located? We have discussed this multiple times. This is located in Geneva, Switzerland. Highly important. Where is the headquarters of New York, or you can say United Nations Development Program has the headquarters in New York. Alright, then Geneva, Switzerland, it will have the headquarters of CERN. The important news here is that recently Russia's observer status has been suspended by CERN. Next, in which country the 2022 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup will be held? So this will be held in New Zealand. Important. New Zealand will be hosting the 2022's ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Alright, highly important. Next, as per the Mercom India Rooftop Solar Market Report for the Quarter 4 and Annual 2021 Report, India set a record for the installation of dash number of rooftop solar capacity. So remember, India installed 1700 megawatt of rooftop solar capacity in 2021, and Gujarat became the leading state for cumulative rooftop solar installations. I repeat, India installed a total of 1700 megawatt of rooftop solar capacity. That means rooftop solar panels were installed, and this is a record that was set up by India, and the state that became the leading state for this rooftop solar installation is your Gujarat. So option 1 is correct. All right. Next, this 1700 megawatt can also be written as 1.7 gigawatts. All right. So if in options somewhere it is given 1.7 gigawatts and Gujarat, then also that will be correct. All right. Don't confuse yourself. Next is about London's and partners analysis of Dealroom.co investment data. Here it is stating that if we are talking about digital shopping, investment in digital shopping, then you need to know the two countries, two lists, which is of one country and the other is of cities. If we are talking about countries, the country that topped this list was USA and second was our beloved India. But if we are talking about cities, it was topped by Bangalore and second was your New York. So India secured second rank in the global venture capital investment hub for digital shopping in 2021, while Dash topped the index, while United States of America topped the index. And if we are talking about cities, Bangalore topped it and on second was your New York. Next, if I ask you, okay, Bangalore was the first, Bangalore was the first, but I ask you which was second, second will be New York. All right. Next, following financial institutes recently became the fifth All India financial institution under the section 45L and 45N of RBI Act of 1934. So remember, it was your National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development became the fifth All India financial institution under section 45L and 45N of RBI Act of 1934. Who recently became the new president of South Korea? Yoon Suk Yeol became the new president of South Korea. And remember, he is from which party? If I ask you, it is the People Power Party. This is also, you can say, the Conservative Party. Yoon Suk Yeol became the president of the South Korea. Mark this. Next, let me write correct option is option 1. Next, CCI approved the acquisition of dash share capital of L&T Investment Management Limited by HSBC Asset Management India Private Limited. So, CCI approved the acquisition of 100% share capital of L&T Investment Management Limited by HSBC Asset Management Private Limited. Alright, 100% was acquired. Next, who recently became the 23rd Women Grandmaster of India? 23rd Grandmaster, or you can say Women Grandmaster of India. She is, tell me, I am waiting for the answer. Comment below fast. She is Priyanka Nutaki. Priyanka Nutaki became the 23rd Women Grandmaster of India. Alright. And who is the number 1 chess player? He is Magnus Carlsen. And who is the third Indian player to defeat Magnus Carlsen? He is just 16 years of old. He is R. Pragnanda. Next, the first ever International Day of Women Judges was observed across the globe by United Nations on dash. It was observed on 10th of March 2022. Highly important. First ever International Day of Women Judges. I repeat, International Day of Women Judges was first time observed on 10th of March in 2022. When do we observe the International Women's Day? It is observed on 8th of March. International Women's Day. Alright, so the correct option here becomes option 10th. Next, here are some science related questions. Paramganga, it is a Petaskill supercomputer. As I told you, Paramganga is a supercomputer. It has a 1.66 petaflop speed, and this Paramganga is installed at IIT Roorkee. Then next is Yuvika. Yuvika is a young scientist program that was started by ISRO, and it is to select 150 students who will be working towards the research and development programs of ISRO only. Important. Next is Niti Aayog's AIM has partnered with Snap Incorporation to promote AR skills development among the youth. Next is India's first artificial intelligence and robotics technology park will be launched at IISc Bangalore. Highly important. These all related to science are important news that will be asked in either one or the other paper definitely. So you need to pay attention. Next, which state union territory launched a digital school health program that was jointly collaborated by the health department and Axis Bank to maintain health records of students? I repeat, you have to name me the state or union territory that have launched a digital school health platform that was jointly collaborated by the health department as well as the Axis Bank to maintain health record of the students. So this digital school health platform was launched by Puducherry, and Puducherry is a union territory. Alright, this is basically from class 1 to 12th only counting, and this in this particular platform 2.4 lakh children will be included. Next, what is the name of the red dwarf star in the constellation Aquarius? This is generally a static question, so just remember TRAPPIST 1 is the name of the red dwarf star in the constellation of Aquarius. Alright. Next, why we are talking about this TRAPPIST 1? First of all, because James Webb Space Telescope will be looking at this constellation and Aquarius, and basically it will be focusing their all power or the data at the TRAPPIST 1. James Webb Space Telescope is the largest ever telescope that is sent into the space. This have a coating of gold. Alright, and this will be observing in what range? Is it will be observing in the infrared region. Alright, that means here red means hot and blue means cold. Alright, next, in March, Dash became the world's first linear Alkalibenzene manufacturing company to receive BIS certification from the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. So I repeat, Dash became, which of these organizations became the first linear alkyl benzene manufacturing company to receive BIS certification from the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers? It was your Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited that became the world's first linear alkyl benzene, that is your lab manufacturing company to receive the BIS certification. What is BIS certification? BIS stands for Bureau of Indian Standard. Bureau of Indian Standard. BIS certification was given to Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited. Next, you have to name the bank that was recently honored with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2021 for its best performance in self-help group banks linkage. I repeat, you have to name the bank that was honored with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2020-2021 for its best performance in the self-help groups bank linkage. It was your Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Alright, if we are talking about this bank, then remember MD and CEO of this bank will be Baldev Prakash. And where is the headquarter? It will be in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Alright, next. Who recently got appointed as the chairperson of the National Financial Reporting Authority for a period of 3 years? So period of 3 years, who has been appointed as the chairperson of NFRA? IRA. Who he will be? He is Ajay Bhushan Pandey. He has been appointed as the chairperson of National Financial Reporting Authority, and that for the term period of 3 years. Alright, either it will be 3 years or till he attains the age of 65 years. Next, as per the National Family Health Survey of 5, Dash became the top state in the list of full immunization with 90.5% coverage under the mission Indradhanush. So it was your Odisha state that became the top state in the list of full immunization with 90.5% vaccination coverage in the population. So it is your Odisha state. And this list was released under IMI 4.0. We have discussed this multiple times. What is IMI? IMI stands for what? IMI stands for Intensified Mission Indradhanush. And Indradhanush is basically related to vaccination. Next, which of the following payment banks recently banned by RBI for onboarding new customers? Recently, if you remember, Paytm was stopped by RBI, stopped by, or you can say barred by. They are the synonym of each other. Paytm was stopped by RBI to acquire new customers. Alright, it was your Paytm Payments Bank. Due to some ongoing problem, RBI stopped the Paytm from getting new customers. Alright, if we are talking about Paytm Payments Bank, when was established? 2017. Who is the chairperson? Vijay Shekhar Sharma is the chairperson. And if we are talking about the headquarter, where is the headquarter of Paytm Bank? It is in Noida, UP. At what percent the Employees Provident Fund Organization has recently set the interest rate on Provident Fund deposit for 2022? I repeat, what is the percent here is being asked? It is 8.1%. Alright, the interest rate was set by the retirement fund body for its approximately 50 million subscribers for the current fiscal year ending March 31. Next, which organization recently launched India's first primary markets investment platform named OneUp? I repeat, which organization recently launched India's first primary markets investment platform that was named OneUp? It was launched by IIFL Securities Limited. Next is, who was recently appointed as the chairman of Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India for 3 years? So who is the new chairman of IRDAI, and that too for 3 years? He is Debashish Pandey, highly important. Alright, he has been appointed the chairperson of IRDAI for the term of 3 years. Debashish Pandey will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Subhash Chandra Kuntia. Alright, he will be succeeding Subhash Chandra Kuntia. Alright, who made this appointment? This appointment was made by ACC. ACC stands for Appointments Cabinet of the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. Alright, and if we are talking about IRDAI, when was it established or founded? It was founded in 1999. And where is the headquarter of IRDAI? It is in Hyderabad. Name the organization that introduced a new one-of-a-kind mission named Vigil to protect the Earth from its nearest star, that is the Sun. So, Vigil, this is the name of a new mission that was launched by European Space Agency. Alright, and what is Vigil? It is a first-of-a-kind mission which is meant to protect the Earth from its nearest star, that is Sun. Vigil is a Latin word, first of all, can be asked. Before Vigil, this mission was named as Lagrange. Just an information, you need not pay attention here. But remember, this Vigil spacecraft will be launched to the 5th largest point, that is L5 point, which is 150 million kilometers from both Earth and Sun. If we are talking about JAXA, it is a space agency of Japan. SpaceX is a space agency or organization owned by Elon Musk. NASA is of United States of America. Next, Simbex. Simbex is an annual bilateral naval exercise that was conducted between India and which country? As the name suggests, SIMBEX. Remember, Singapore India Maritime bilateral exercise. This exercise was conducted between India and whom? India and Singapore. So the correct option here becomes option 5. Next, Joe Biden announced major non-NATO ally status for which country? Important. As we know, recently there is a fight kind of going on between NATO and Russia. Alright, Russia has attacked Ukraine. Ukraine wanted to be a part of European Union, but also, and he wanted to be a part of NATO also, but from both the side he got rejection, and recently Russia has attacked on Ukraine. So coming back to the point, Joe Biden announced major NATO alliance status for which country? It was for Colombia. Alright, it was for Colombia. Next, Dash became the first city in South Asia to set a target of zero out carbon emissions by 2050. Highly important, we discussed this. It was which state? It was Mumbai. It was which city actually, not state. Let me correct here. First city in South Asia to set the target of zero carbon is Mumbai, India. So 2 to 3 things you need to remember here. It is Mumbai. It became the first city of South Asia that set a target of net zero carbon or zero out carbon. That means the same. That means they will be releasing zero carbon into the atmosphere, and the targeted year is also important. What is the year? The year 2050 is the target year for zero out carbon for Mumbai, India. Next, in which city the Ahimsa Vishwa Bharati organization will be set up, that is India's first World Peace Center? Another important from the one-liners that we discussed. So where this will be set up, can you tell me? Ahimsa Vishwa Bharati. This organization, that is India's first World Peace Center, where this will be set up, it will be in Gurugram, Haryana. And in Gurugram, Haryana only, we will be seeing the largest electric vehicle charging station. This is also the headquarter of International Solar Alliance. If we are talking about Indore, then remember here, first bio-CNG plant, that is by the name Gobar Dhan, will be set up in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Apart from this, GAIL will be setting up what? They will be setting a plant where they will be blending hydrogen with natural gas. That also will be set up in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Alright, moving on. India and Sri Lanka signed a joint venture and shareholders agreement to develop 100 megawatt solar power plant in Dash location. This 100 megawatt solar power plant will be set up in Sri Lanka. And in Sri Lanka, where? In Trikomli. In Trikomli, Sri Lanka, India and Sri Lanka together, they will be setting up a 100 megawatt solar power plant. Alright. Next, who became the first Singaporean to be appointed as the president of the Financial Action Task Force for 2 years? I repeat, first Singaporean to be appointed as the president of the Financial Action Task Force for 2 years. He is T. Raja Kumar. Alright. Next, Tapan Single get Dash year extension as the managing director, as the MD and CEO of Bajaj Alliance General Insurance. I repeat, Tapan Single gets a 5-year extension as the managing director and CEO of Bajaj Alliance Insurance or General Insurance with effects from 1st of April 2022. Alright. Then remember, Tapan Single has been serving Bajaj Alliance for more than 10 years now, since 2012. So next question is, Gundla Pochampalli railway station is located where? It is located at Telangana. Alright. Then remember, Gundla Pochampalli railway station was recently declared as all women employees railway station. That is the reason it is in news. This is all women employees railway station. Question will be asked recently, in which state all women employees railway station was declared? It was in Telangana. And what is the name of the station? Gundla Pochampalli Railway Station. The Ministry of MSME extended 20,000 crore rupees credit guarantee scheme for the subordinate debt, and it was till what year? It was till 31st of March 2023. So the correct option here becomes option 4th. Next is captive employer initiative is financed by which ministry? Important. Captive employer initiative, this is financed by which ministry? It is financed by the Ministry of Rural Development. Next is aquarium. What is aquarium? It is the India's first ever digital water data bank. I repeat, India's first ever digital water data bank, and its name is aquarium. This was launched by IT ministry, and where is it? It is in Karnataka. Important, mark this. Aquarium is in Karnataka. We just saw this in our one-liners. All right. Another thing, remember, aquarium is an initiative of the Bangalore headquartered digital startup, that is Aquacraft Digital Ventures. Aquacraft Digital Ventures. This is the name of the company of the startup that started this aquarium. All right. Next, which organization recently signed an MOU with SESMOS to work together in the aerospace domain? I repeat, organization that signed an MOU with SASMOS to work together in the aerospace domain. So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that is your HAL. So the correct option is option 2, has signed an MOU with SASMOS. This is a Bangalore based company, and they have signed an MOU to work together in the field of advanced electronics, electrical and fiber optics interconnection in the aerospace domain. If we are talking about Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, chairman and managing director is R Madhavan. When was it established? It was established in 1940. And where is the headquarter of this Hindustan Aeronautics Limited? This is in Bangalore. And where is Bangalore? Bangalore is in Karnataka. Next, name the country that recently signed an MOU with Adani Group of India to build 2 large power projects. So we just saw that Sri Lanka has recently signed an MOU with Adani Group of India to build 2 large power projects. Highly important. The project aims to generate a combined capacity of 500 megawatts. All right, they will be generating a capacity of, or they will be generating an energy of capacity 500 megawatts. What will be the budget of this project? This project's budget will be of around $500 million. All right. Next, which small finance bank recently launched the industry's first digital onboarding facility for its micro banking customers? So it is your Ujjivan Small Finance Bank that has launched the industry's first digital onboarding facility for micro banking customers. It is your Ujjain Small Finance Bank. If we are talking about Ujjain Small Finance Bank's CEO and MD, he will be Itira Davis. When was this, or where is the headquarter of this Ujjivan Small Finance Bank? This is in Bangalore, Karnataka. Alright, next. Name the bank that recently launched a co-branded credit card with Emirates Skywards. I repeat, name the bank that has launched a co-branded credit card with Emirates Skywards. It is your ICICI Bank. Next, as per the Bloomberg's data on market capitalization in March 2022, India ranked Dash with an overall market cap of $3.21 trillion, while Dash topped the ranking with a market cap of $47.32 trillion. So who do you think topped with this market cap? India was ranked 5th with $3.21 trillion market cap of the India's GDP, you can say total amount of money of India. Then if we are talking about USA, was ranked first with a total market cap of $47.32 trillion. So the correct option here becomes fifth, and the who topped this, it was topped by India. All right. Now this is of your first was USA. Now if I ask you second is China with a market cap of 11.52 trillion dollar. All right. Followed by third, that is Japan with around 6 trillion dollar. Moving on. Who was recently appointed as the chairman of Air India? N. Chandrasekharan has been appointed as the chairman of Air India. Mark this important. Alright. I repeat, who has been appointed as the chairman of Air India? He is N. Chandrasekharan. Alright. So friends, thank you for watching the video. Like the video and comment below and tell us what are your views on the video. If you want us to continue with such session, all you have to do is comment below, because your sessions, your comments are highly valuable to us. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862, and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.